Welcome back to my channel. So excited to be back. I missed you guys. Welcome back to the channel where we're all on this journey going all the way to the NBA, this journey that we're on together. And my journey to the NBA could be similar to yours. Whatever you want to do in life, just make sure you put in that work and we're going to get to where we're trying to go. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like, so we can continue this journey together. You know, all of our individual journeys, all intertwined, and it's all the same formula. We got to put in that work, we got to support each other, we got to stay positive, and we got to keep our head up. So today, for today's video, I don't know if you guys remembered, but in my my early season predictions, I had talked about the Portland Trailblazers being a top 3 team. So I want to look at the Portland Trailblazers today. So as I'm sharing the screen, good. So I'm going to take a look at some 2 games because you guys can see right now, Portland is at number 5, which is not bad in the early season going, but there's been some inconsistencies. And obviously, I'm going to go right off the bat and say that at this point of the season, Yusuf Nurkic broke his wrist. So that's a big piece for them. But I just think that they have a lot of pieces that could work well. You're looking at Nurkic. You're looking at Kanter. Having Kanter back was big. You know, just them adding Covington, you know, Harry Giles, Derrick Jones Jr. I think there's a lot of good pieces around Dame and CJ, and I think it could really work. So let's take a look at some. Let's take a look at some of at some clips, at some footage. Okay, let's start off with Indiana. So when I talked about inconsistencies, I just think that if you're a contender, it's not saying it's okay to lose game, but it's understandable to lose games, especially if you could take some stuff out of it. But I don't think you could lose games by 30. I don't think it's something that you want to be able to have. And you guys could see in this game, they lost the game by almost 30 points. So obviously this is the game that Nurkic injured his wrist, but I think there's no reason to lose a game by 30, you know, especially to a contender, because you want to show you're one of those best teams. So let's take a look at some defensive clips, and then we'll take a look at some offense right after. So this is a trend that I'm seeing, and we'll be able to see this in our next video of our second game, but they're giving up a lot of shots at the rim. And like, it makes you realize that, okay, you have Nurkic, you have Nurkic, and you have Kanter, right, protecting the rim. But you get in first and foremost, Yusuf Nurkic and Kanter are not shot blockers. That's number one. And number two, what that tells me is that our wing guys are late on the rotations. If we're giving up shots at the rim, that's a problem. So let's take a look at a couple of clips. Here, Indiana's in their horn set. We're chasing over the top. Really, that's a good shot by Malcolm Brogdon. We did what we had to do. We went over the screen. I just find they're late. Like, there's no real fight. Like, you have to give the ball, get it back. You can't go under. My man just hit one. We go under. We're not respecting him. He's going to shoot it. Splash. Just little things with the Blazers. I really think the Blazers are the second best team in the West. If they get everything going, I think it's like the second best team. Here we give up an offensive rebound. They don't score off of it, but we're giving up an offensive rebound. That means that we're not helping the helper. So help the helper. So help the helper, okay? Help the helper. Here we have 2-on-1. Holiday is attacking our big. So our big has to contest that, correct? Help the helper. Your player steps in. CJ can't just stay. He's got to play this big. It's like slow jogs. It's like a little thing. But then we give up an offensive rebound. So it's effort plays that's missing with the Blazers. That's all it's telling me. It's telling me that it's effort. Look, we're attacking. We're not putting any pressure. We're not putting any pressure. He's trailing. He's doing a good job. He's contesting, stays in front of him, but you're not putting any pressure, and we're giving up shots. We're not giving any pressure. Get the ball again. Same play, same action. This time we're attacking. And like I said, he's not a traditional big. He's not a traditional big that you can't rely on him to block shots. Boom, gets bodies, attacks the rim. I think rim protection is one of those things that, coaches love to have, but it's hard to get. I don't think they're a bad team, guys. That's what I'm looking at. I don't think they're a bad team. And then just like driving to the paint, like just things like this, driving to the paint. Here, we attack. What's happening? We're waltz. Like we didn't even try to contest. Or attack. We're late. They're getting all these shots. We're attack. So this is what I find interesting with Indiana. Okay. Side note, this is what I find interesting with Indiana. They got two bigs that could invert, right? They play off of each other. So when Sabonis is down in the low block, Miles Turner will lift. So when you have two bigs, they have to be able to play in a tandem. So when one of them is low, the other one has to be high, but respecting our lane line over here. Respecting this lane line, because we split the court in two, and you want your bigs to be operating lane line to lane line, okay, to help the spacing out. Here, we're operating on this side of the block, on this lane line. Miles Turner does a good job of spacing out and being outside of this lane line, because Miles Turner is able to kind of shoot that ball. So what that does is this. Of this drive, CJ McCollum, who technically was on Miles Turner, goes to help. Correct? On the low block. So automatically that initiates a cut to the basket for Miles Turner. So we see here, he does a good job. He does a good job of bumping him. And then we just get lost in that traffic. But then what that creates is an open shot. So now Derrick Jones is in a scramble. He's supposed to stay with Miles Turner, but now he's got to go out and try to contest it. He's late, and now we got a small on the big, and we grab rebound. So that's great work by the Pacers. We're going to look at it again. The bump, contest. We got a small on the big. So initiate. As soon as that go help the double initiated, Miles Turner made a great read and went to attack. Let's skip over to, let's skip over to our second quarter. And then we're going to move fairly quickly. And we'll look at some offensive clips afterwards. We're going to look at our game against Atlanta. Look, nobody picks up the ball, gets to the paint. We got to pick up ball a little bit earlier. Off the set, we're going away. So this, shout out to the Pacers. This is, nobody, it just tells me there's a lack of effort. If we're attacking, there's miscommunication. Nobody's talking. Like I said, guys, I think the Pacers are. I think the Pacers are top three. If I'm looking at personnel, I think they're top three. I think Pacers are top three. Offensive rebound. Let's see what we do. We're pushing. Look. Oh my god. Transition was a big thing. Transition. Look, Nurkic gets bodied. Look at how he why he bodied Nurkic like that. Boom. Get off my way. Cuts to the basket. And you can see here the lead is growing. Our lead is growing. Now, again, we're helping our teammate. Here, our teammates gets cracked by the screen. Teammates gets cracked. Who's the next one to step up? CJ has to be at this line already to be able to on the drive, to be able to be here to prevent the person from driving and then getting back to his player. But while on the weak side, this player, right, Robert Covington, has to be here. He has to be playing two-man. So if CJ doesn't have time to get back here, CJ could just get to the corner and Robert Covington can just contest the shot. But CJ should already be over here. Robert Covington should be here. So Robert Covington needs to be playing two on the weak side. He's got to be yelling at to his, talking to his teammates. I got two. And CJ's got to be already discouraging that drive. But our teammate gets cracked. Nobody helps. And we get open shots. He didn't make it, but I'm looking at our effort plays. Oh, man. Okay. Screen. Got to step up. We got to step up. They're missing their shots, but we got to step up. And you guys could see, I don't know if you guys seen the trend, but there's a lot of the guards are getting downhill. Our guards are getting downhill, attacking the basket. Here, CJ gets his pocket pick. But our guards are getting downhill. That means there's nobody stopping them from rolling, from getting to the bucket. Let's look at our second one. Let's look at Atlanta. So Atlanta here, we're looking at our shot chart. See, it's trending to the rim. A lot of shots are at the rim. If you guys can see, a lot of shots are at the rim. Everything is trending towards the rim. Look, everything is trending towards the rim. So for our game versus Atlanta, let's take a look at our shots at the rim. Let's take a look at our made shots. Here you got 38. So all of this, guys, you guys could find this on the NBA website. Let's take a look at some made shots. While our video is loading. Made. Good. Okay. I want you guys to pay attention to a lot of the same way that teams are scoring. I want you guys to pay attention to how different teams are getting the same kind of looks. We're attacking the rim. Again, we were talking about helping the helper. This is play number 1 for Atlanta. Drive. He helps. Help the helper. Who's helping? Who's helping on that? Who's helping on that? They switch. So I'm all for switching, but you gotta switch properly. I'm all for the switches, but you gotta switch properly. So here CJ calls the switch. They switch. But when you're in the middle of the floor, and if you guys haven't seen my video on defense in the middle of the floor, check that out. Shameless plug, shameless plug. But here we can't give we can give our we could shade the offensive player to one way, but we can't open up the way that CJ is opening up. Because here it's almost like you're giving him a straight line to the basket. So you want to shade him. You want to shade him to where he wants to go, because offense always has the advantage, because defense doesn't know what offense is going to do. So here, CJ does a good job. CJ calls this switch, but he's so opened up that it gives a straight line to the basket, literally a straight line to the basket. And then Trey makes the shot. Attention to details. Clint Capella had a field day in this game, guys. Shots at the rim, dunks, reverses, off of a missed shot. What's your strategy off of a missed shot? Off a missed shot here, we get the rebound, and we're jogging. Atlanta's pushing. And look. So the rule should be on the rise of the shot, when the shot leaves Dame's hands, CJ McCollum should be sprinting back. Robert Covington should be sprinting back. Don't get stuck in no man's land. This is no man's land. Okay, you got to make a decision. Either you're going to the boards or you're sprinting back. You can't just stay stuck in no man's land, which is what they do. And it's like a jog. And then Clint Capella's already gone. Takes position and gets layup. This has got to be frustrating. This got to be frustrating. Reverse layups. Oh, man. And like I said, I like Portland. Off this drive, we're in the post. Great shot by Cam. That's what I like about Portland. That's why I like about Portland. Portland has Atlanta. Atlanta has a lot of players that are interchangeable. They have big guards. They got some guys that could step out and shoot it. So Atlanta was one of my surprise picks. I know you guys noticed. If you guys seen the prediction videos, you guys know. So on the switch, if you're going to switch, gotta make sure you're standing in front. He does a great job. So here they're running a little pistol action. But Trey gets that extra step and is able to go and attack the baseline on Dame. If we slow this down, we see that on the switch, he's stepping up on the step-up screen, but he doesn't get that step. It's got to be defense. Defense is – and then just the guards getting to the paint so easily. Here, offensive rebound. I just think, you can't let the guards get to the paint. The guards are getting to the paint at will. Look. Good read by Trey. He slips that. You got to look at this pocket pass. If you're a guard, you got to have a pocket pass. This is the type of shot you're going to be able to get. And then over here, it's just Clint Capella, make a play. You got someone in the corner, or on the help, you got smaller players. Guess what? Attack the basket. One thing that Solomon Hill does good is that Solomon Hill doesn't lift up. If he lifts up, then CJ is able to tag this roll a little bit higher. But by staying in the deep corner, it clears up this whole space for Capella to be able to roll without having anybody tag him. Clint Capella has a field day. Let's look at a couple more, maybe one or two. One or two. Let's look at. Here, we're playing after the elbows. Nice pass by Rondo. Oh my God. Nice pass by Rondo. Here. Great screen. Display because the breakdown happens right here. Great screen by Rondo. This happens right here. The advantage is here. Great screen by Rondo. Because now what's happening is CJ's out of position. He's trailing. He gets bumped. Rondo gets the ball back. And the read over here by Archie Goodwin is he's not looking at me. So guess what? I'm cutting to the basket. Back door. Boom. Great read. Great play. Got to read your defender. That's my thing. Like, guards are getting to the paint too easily. Palm fake. Guards are just there. There's no resistance going to the paint. Nothing good happens when you let offense get to the paint. Nothing good happens. Either it's a kick out, either it's a foul, either it's a kick. Man, damn, Trey. That's how you feel? That's how you feel, Trey? That's on the logo. Damn, that's on the logo. Okay, let's talk about this chess move right here. Let's talk about this chess move. This is going to be our last. Trey. The three, right? This is our chess move right here. This 3-point shot on Derrick Jones Jr. from all the way out here, see? He has to come out and play him from all the way out there. That sets up the next clip. So you can see 52-36. This is 52-39, same play. But this time, Derrick Jones Jr. can't play under. It's a chess move. You got to be playing chess. So here, Derrick Jones Jr. can't just sag back. Now he's got to play up. So now Trey has all of this runway to be able to attack and get the dish. Hey. Now, you guys are probably wondering offensively, what is it looking like? Let's take a look at a little bit of offense, and then we're gonna call it a day after that. But they don't have good offense. I'm just gonna say it. They don't have good offense. They really don't have good offense. Like, 2-foot stop in the paint here, 2-foot stop in the paint, see what happens. But see, nobody's collapsing. So you have to either finish that or like what? Like, sometimes I feel like with NBA players, when you don't help, I think like they kind of like freeze in a sense because they're so not used. And then we give up a layup on the other end. They're so not used to being like completely open. Yeah. Okay. That's just bad. That's bad offense. That's bad offense. Okay, off this. We chase. Like they switch. Like you're not creating an advantage. Here, okay. Let's see what we do off of this. Let's see what we do off of this. CJ gets 2 on the ball. Great read. We get the ball to Melo. Okay. What is Melo going to do? Good. Okay. Okay. See, that's the kind of shot that you want. But like, I get it. CJ's hot. I get it. Come off this double, but for a team that's struggling, I'm even wondering, like, the basketball is like kind of like energy. Like everybody, if everybody touches it, they're gonna be more engaged on defense. Breakdown by the Hawks to get a bucket. Good. Two on the ball, reverse. Two. Oh, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that? We get 2 on the ball. We kick here. That's another closeout. We kick here. That's another closeout. Right? This player closeout. Melo. If Melo looks right here, we keep the closeouts going. But right here, Archie Goodwin is matching up with CJ, who's jogging up the floor. And then we lose our advantage. Defense is set. Once we get the advantage, the ball's got to keep moving. It's like dominoes. 2 on the ball, reverse. Like you gotta, like I get it. Like you're open, but like here, 2 on the ball. Here, Melo space out a little bit more. Reverse the ball to Melo, and we can play. But offense is a big thing. Like the quality of shots that you get on offense. Screen, 2 on the ball. And we got our shot blocker contesting at the rim. Get 2 on the ball. And I hope you guys are able to see these trends when you guys watch games next time. 2 on the ball. Good. I'm going to get that movement. But here we're already almost down 20. Dame will do that. Good. Huh? It's like 15 seconds on the shot clock. Double. Like, she's just coming off of it. Here, switch. You got a big on you. You cannot bail the big out by shooting a side step. The big wants you to either stay on the perimeter. That's what the big wants you to shoot. So you got to clear it back out. You got to make space, and you got to attack the big going downhill because the bigs don't have that foot speed. But you can't settle for a fadeaway. You can't settle for these fadeaway threes. Good. It's almost like it's almost like guys don't want to be aggressive. Here, like the play, like, I That was a bad play. Like as a big, you have to see who's helping. Here they help from this side. Gary Trent, you're not going to get the ball because you're not in his vision. You got to try to get into the passer's vision. That's the key. The key is making sure that the passer can see you so that he doesn't have to think and it's automatic. We get two on the here. We get two on the ball. He rolls. Dame does a great job and passes him the ball. Now, once your big rolls to the basket, now your big has to make a play. Gary Trent has to drift down to the corner because then this is an automatic pass. Kanter can make that pass. But by staying here, you're not in Kanter's vision because the advantage is over here because he helped. Now you got to get to the corner and the pass is going to go there. And then we pass, and then it's like we settle. Got to be able to get into the passer's vision. Got to get into the passer's vision. And that's what I think. I still think Portland is one of the teams that I'm looking forward to. It's still a team that I wouldn't like to play in the playoffs. But I think there's a couple of things that they got to fix up. And obviously Nurkic being out is a big part. But I think they have the pieces. I do think they have they're deep, right? They have a lot of players that could do stuff. Obviously, Dame and CJ. And this is going to be a big year. I think this is probably because this is their core being together with Dame, CJ, Nurkic, and whatnot. And the same coach, Terry Stotts. So I think that this year is probably almost like their last shot to really make a push for it. I would not be surprised if I saw changes next year if they don't do good. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Hope you guys enjoy the content. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, share it with your friends. Let's grow our basketball IQs. You know, let's not just look at updates on ESPN and just look at Stephen A. and Skip Bayless and just make decisions. Let's actually watch these games. Let's get better together, and let's keep growing our basketball knowledge. That's going to be it. It's your boy, Coach O, signing off. Catch you on the next video.